Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking makeup inventory. Now, I did a skincare inventory. You guys told me you wanted to see a makeup one, so that's what I did. Some categories are not so bad, others are pretty worse. I don't know what to say. All I can say is that there are people out there that have worse hoarding problems than me, so yeah. So I'm gonna, tell you guys what my number is for each category, tell you what I'd like to get down to. I don't necessarily think that in makeup I'll be able to get down to, certain numbers in certain categories by the end of the year, just because makeup does take a lot more longer to get through than skincare. But, this is going to be maybe a 2-year journey for me to get down to what I want to, like where I want to be with my backups. So with that said, I'm going to dive in. You guys know, I did a makeup inventory. If you've been with me for a while, I did a makeup inventory back in 2017. So, I have to say in some categories, I definitely improved compared to 2 years ago. But in others, I definitely got worse. I don't know what it was. So I'm just going to, show each category. And, I'm not including hair products in here because I don't have an issue with hoarding hair products. I don't have a lot of hair products to begin with. I have I have one hair mousse, I have one hairspray, I have my hair cream that I use, the one that I use, and then I have my Batiste Dry Shampoo, and I'm trying to think if there was anything else, and my hair serum. I don't have backups of, hair products. I just don't tend to hoard those, which is good. We want to keep it that way. So here goes nothing. Makeup inventory 2019. Now keep in mind, I know I'm putting this up in March, but I did take these numbers in January. So these are the numbers that are from January, and I plan to do a mid update in June and then an end of the update in December, end of December. So keep in mind these numbers are from in January when I originally pulled all of my makeup together and, divvied them up between categories. So, I don't know why I'm so nervous, you guys. I can't believe I'm nervous to tell you these things. Like, what's going on with me? Okay, so my first one is facial setting powders. I'm at 9.5. I don't know why I have 9.5 powders. Now, this is including yellow powders for under the eyes, like under eye setting powders and face powders combined. And it's also including loose powders. So like my Laura Mercier powder, my loose peach Too Faced powder, my RCMA powder, that is in this category, facial setting powder. So that's a total of 9.5. I technically don't need another powder probably for the next 2 years. And I am praying to God that I have enough strength not to buy another facial powder. And, I'm doing this because I want to be accountable for this. Like, I don't want to be continuously buying makeup that I don't need. Mind you, I haven't really bought too much makeup that I don't need. The only thing that I've recently purchased in makeup is another palette, which, again, you'll see I don't need another palette. But, palettes are my weakness. I tend to give away my palettes as well to family and friends. So it's definitely a lower number than what it was, 2 years ago. But anyways, facial setting powders, I'm at 9.5. I would like to bring that down by 2 by the end of the year, so we'll see. Bronzers, I'm at 10. I would like to bring that down 2. So, I'd like to bring that down by 2 more. So, maybe 7 by the end of the year. It does take time to go through makeup, guys. Like, to get through a whole facial powder, it takes like, if you're wearing makeup every day, maybe you can get away with 6 to 7 months. I don't wear makeup every day, so it kind of is a little longer. Bronzer's the same idea. So, and I like to be heavy with my bronzer. Maybe you can't tell in this one because my oils are breaking up on my face. I have had my makeup on for a bit. But, bronzers and face powders can, be hard to get through. So, realistically, I'd like to get through 2 in each category. My contour palettes, I have 4. I don't know if I'll be able to finish a whole contour palette this year because I am focusing more on my my single bronzers and my single facial powders. So my contour palettes, 4 is, enough, and I like to use them mainly on my family and friends when I have to do makeup. So, you know, 4 contour palettes is good enough for me, and I will leave them as they are. Single highlighters, I have 22. I've never gone through a highlighter. I have given some away, and I had more than 22, and I did give some away. So I love highlighters. Highlighters are like, I don't know, they're like my weakness, part of my weakness. I don't know how to say it, but I know I have to bring that highlighter collection down. I am, you know, dipping into my highlighters. I'm changing them out, but, you know, highlighters is just something that I don't necessarily need to go buy, and I don't necessarily think I can get through in 1 year. So I don't really see that number changing unless I give a highlighter away. And then for highlighter palettes, I have 7. And again, I don't see myself giving my highlighter palettes away. I love all my highlighter palettes. You know, when I go away, mainly I travel with my highlighter palettes in the country. Like if I'm going away for a weekend, I'll bring my highlighter palette. If I'm going outside of the country, I'll bring a single highlighter, just because it's easier to travel with. So my highlighters, I really don't see the numbers moving this year unless I give something away. And who knows, I can't really tell the future. So, you know, we'll have to, you know, revisit that halfway through the year. Foundations and BB creams. I combine the two because I only have one BB cream, to be honest, or CC cream, whatever you want to call it. So I have 18 in total. That's a lot of foundation, more than I can probably finish in a lifetime. And my goal is to at least finish 2 foundations this year. 2 foundations, or a foundation and a BB cream, whatever the case is. 2 foundation products I want to finish this year, and I think I might be able to do it because I'm trying to wear more makeup than I used to, and I really do think that it can be done. I see some of these girls that they finish like 5 or 6 foundations in a year, and I'm like, how? You must be like slopping that shit on for you to finish 5 bottles in a year, because I can't barely get through 1 in a year. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Let me know down below what you think of that. Primers. So I have I have 10 full-size primers, and I have 5 sample-size primers. A total of 15. I would like to get 1 full-size primer done, and I'd like to finish off my sample primers, my 5 sample primers. So I think I can do it. We will see how that goes. I think I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Yeah. So we'll definitely check back into that. I'm pretty confident that I can do that. Concealers, I have 10, and I can definitely get down to, I can definitely finish 2 in a year. So hopefully that'll happen. Brow gels, I have 4. That's including, I believe, 2 travel sizes and 2 full size. So I'm not really worried about the brow products categories because they are really low to begin with. So I'm not really worried. So brow gels I know I'll get through because they're a staple for me with my brows. Brow pencils I have 4. I'm not worried. I can get through those. Brow powders I have 1, and brow pomades I have 2. I really don't see them dropping, the pomade or the powder. I like to use a brow pencil and my brow gel. So those will probably drop the most, and those will probably be the categories that I have to repurchase because I like to do my brows with a pencil and then my gel. Eyeshadow primers, I have 4. Not bad. I have to say 4 is actually not a bad number. I like that number. I could stick with that number. I won't buy any more than that. Single eyeshadows, I have 18, which is way less than what I had 2 years ago. I got rid of a lot of single eyeshadows. Pigments, I have 4. They're my 4 MAC pigments. I will not buy any more than that. Eyeshadow palettes, I have 37. I gave away a few of my eyeshadow palettes in the last 2 years. I feel like some of them I just kind of grew out of, and I ended up giving them away. Let me just see what my number was last year, 2 years ago for eyeshadow palettes. I want to just give you guys kind of like a, is it not here? I do not believe. Oh, yeah. So I had 45. So I had 45. So 45 down to 37. That's actually pretty good. I don't really buy many palettes anymore. Like the last one I purchased was literally last week, and it was the ABH Riviera palette. But that's because it's such a different palette that I don't have that I ended up picking it up. But yeah, so I have 37 palettes, and I really don't see me buying any more palettes this year. That was pretty much the only one that I really, um, might really caught my eye. Eyeliners, I have, and this is including eyeliners for pencil and liquid form. Combined, I have 24, which is actually really good because if I go back to my numbers for 2017, I kid you not, my eyeliners, I had 38 to start with. Yeah, 2 years ago I had 38. So the fact that now I have eyeliners in the, where is it? In the 20s, like low 20s, like 24 is my number, 38 to 24. That is like, I'm going through my product. I haven't bought any, the only eyeliner I think I ever bought in the last like year and a half is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. And that's because it's my favorite liquid eyeliner pencil, like pen ever, and I can't live without it. So I don't really see myself buying any more eye pencils for a while because I do have a couple of good eye pencils that I can, I can get through. So 24, that's including different colors. Like I have a whole bunch of different colors. Like I have a pink, I have a turquoise, I have a green, I have a gold, I have a bronze. I like to have different colors for different looks. So 24 is a good number. I don't think I'll go any more than that. And I can see myself using up a few eyeliners this year, so I'm not really worried. Mascara, I have 8, which is not too bad because I go through mascara every 3 months or so, so I like to have a substantial backup of that because I do use them very frequently and I don't mess with my eyes. Lately I've been getting eye infections easily, and so I started to make sure that I change out my mascara every 3 months because my eyes are just really sensitive nowadays. Facial setting sprays, I have 8.5. I'm working on bringing those down. I'd like to get that down to at least 2. Like, I'd like to finish 2 this year. Lipsticks, I have 45 in the tubes, like the actual lipstick tube, like bullet form. And I find that it's really hard for me to get through a lipstick tube. I don't know what it is. It's just really hard for me. I'd have to be wearing it when I'm sleeping as well. I don't know. That's just me. Liquid lipsticks, I have 88. That is embarrassing. I know. I actually had more. I think I had well over 100 2 years ago, and I got rid of a whole bunch of them. So liquid lipsticks, I have 88. I'd like to bring that down. There have been liquid lipsticks that I haven't even opened, and I gave away because I don't use them. So I gave a few away. And I plan on doing more again this year, too, because there's liquid lipsticks that I have, and I've never opened the tube, so why am I going to waste it? I'm going to give it away to somebody. So that's my plan on how I'm going to bring that number down, because that number is pretty large. Lip glosses, I have 30, and I feel like that went up over the last couple of years, and I hope that I can bring that down. That's my goal. Lip liners, I have 72. Again, another big number I need to work on. Lip liners, I feel like are easy to get through because I fill in my lips completely, so the liner doesn't last. Like, I have to keep sharpening it. So I feel like I can get through a couple of those this year. I have 23 blushes and 2 blush palettes. So blushes, not so bad. I have a good variety. Don't see myself buying a blush anytime soon. So, that's my inventory. A lot of the categories are not too bad. The ones that I really want to work on are my facial setting powders, my bronzers, my eyeliners, my liquid lipsticks, and my lip liners. Those are like the highlighted categories I'd like to bring down. So, we'll see how things go. Hopefully I can bring those definitely down by the end of the year. Lipsticks in the bullet form are a challenge for me, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, liquid lipsticks I really need to bring down because I do not need 88. I don't even, looking at my collection, I don't even know how I can house 88 colors. Like, that's unbelievable. I only have one set of lips. Like, oh, it's embarrassing. Anyways, that's my inventory. I'm, comparing it to 2 years ago, I looked at my numbers 2 years ago, and I have to say that overall, when I look at my list now, it's actually not as bad as it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it was way worse. Oh man, it was way worse. A lot of my numbers were skyrocketingly high. I had a ton of everything. I feel like I definitely improved over the last 2 years. Even though I did buy makeup here and there, if I didn't use something or it wasn't feeling me, or, you know, I wasn't feeling it, I just made sure I gave it to someone who would enjoy it. That was my main thing, that if I wanted to buy something new, I had to get rid of something in my collection because I didn't want to be hoarding all of this makeup. It just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, when I look at my overall numbers from 2017 and I compare them to 2019, they're actually not bad. My numbers in 2019 are not that bad. But still, they're not where I want them to be, and I'd like to be in better standing of my collection, because my collection's still quite, you know, large, and I don't do professional makeup on people. I like to test out a lot of stuff, and I like to play with makeup as, you know, a girl, but I don't do professional makeup. It's not my job. I have a full-time job in technology, so I really don't need to have all of this. And, you know, with that said, I have to really look into bringing my numbers down, giving some stuff away to people that, you know, could use it and enjoy it before it goes bad. Like, I wouldn't want it just to sit in my vanity and let it go bad when someone else can enjoy it. So, that is my makeup inventory for 2019. That's starting off in January. We're going to reconvene at the end of June, and we will see how my numbers have improved, or, you know, if they've remained as is from when I first did the survey in January of 2019. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Mwah.